This morning I awake like any other, thanking God that I'm alive. And for my older cousin coming to see me yesterday, because indeed I was truly surprised. Although as she arrived, she informed me that she only came because the rest of my family refused to make the drive. And honestly, that hurt me somewhere down deep on the inside. You see, I felt at that moment like another little piece of me had died. But I wanted so badly for her to stay the entire hour that they gave me. I acted as if I didn't hear that part and swallowed my pride. I asked her everything about everyone I could in the time allotted, because at this point no one's answering my calls. And I can't blame anyone for playing this game of life, because it's my own fault that mine is on pause. In the beginning, quite a few friends wrote me constantly, but over the years, only one of them stayed consistent. He wrote me about 6 months ago saying he found someone crazy enough to marry him. Since then, he too has been distant. It's crazy how much life can change in a matter of an instant. One moment I'm hanging out with my friends partying, and then the very next I'm getting sentenced. See, before all this, if somebody would have came to me and said, "Who's the man?" I would have said myself, because I believed I had it all. Now I believe I truly understand what it means when they say that pride comes before the fall. Looking back, it was so stupid, I'm ashamed to actually tell. The events that transpired on a night I replayed 1,000,000 times that caused me to bid my freedom farewell. You see, if freedom is considered heaven, then I've traded that in for my own personal hell, which comes in the form of incarceration, chains, bars, guards, and a 16 by 16 foot cell. And yeah, I know society paints a picture like there's nothing wrong with going to jail. But let me tell you, it's a whole different story when you're past that, when you have to do that time and are past the point of paying bail. Let me tell you about my cellie across the hall, or as we simply say, my neighbor across the street. He's in the infirmary right now because of a disagreement he had over the TV last week. It makes no damn sense how badly he was beaten. Especially because he's like 290 pounds of muscle, a G, and stands well over 6 feet. I heard when he was out there, he was running things on the streets. But in here it's a different story, and you can only win if you begin to understand the nature of the beast. From what I heard, he was watching something when a couple of guys walked in and wanted to watch something different. He stood his ground and found himself in a very bad predicament. 6 minutes of pure punishment is what he took before the COs got involved. And I know that 6 minutes might seem like a little bit of time to some of y'all, but try to imagine lasting 6 minutes while getting attacked by a wild pack of vicious dogs. See, when you're in here, you can't be weak, vulnerable, or even show the smallest amount of fear. That's why when I first got here, I used to lay in my bed at night and turn to the wall and silently cry my tears. See, in here everybody swears they're badass, but cliques are joined and form fast, because only a fool wants to stand alone when a squad is coming for that ass. And here, grown men are taking showers still wearing their drawers, hoping not to entice another, and hanging towels over stalls to signal that they're spending time with their lover, which is whatever hand they choose in a magazine that's been overly used. Truth be told, most of us are only in here because in our life somewhere we were abused. None of us are guilty, no matter what they say we allegedly did to get arrested in court. And we're all thrown in here together. That's why the murderer sleeps next to the man who failed to pay his child support. We're thugs and lowlife, so our outcome was predetermined before we ever got to court. Hell, let me tell you, I never had a chance at a good life, so it don't matter how hard I fought. And here, the food is atrocious. The guards are ferocious. The inmates sift out the weak and circle around like vultures. They separate us by our cultures, and they'll use any means necessary to control us. It kills me how people give a hearty pat on the back or simply say congrats to someone who's graduated college or who received an honorable discharge from the Army. When me, as soon as I get done doing this bid, for whatever I did, I'm getting a party. Saddest part is, I'm not even sorry. And there are kids coming in here daily off the streets thinking that this life is something sweet. Not even realizing that every inmate that sized them up from the jump head to feet. They're nothing more than survivors at best, and at least they're fresh meat. The reason that I'm telling you all this, I guess, is in hopes that maybe one will be saved. It's probably too late for me. I probably won't get out of here until the grave. Do you realize, do any of you realize, that this is the only point in life where somebody chooses to be a slave? Because if I'm not free, then I'm what? I'm caged. Thank you for letting me share.